Hey y'all, Jake from Minuteman Wood Design. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I made this jail bar whiskey cabinet with real whiskey and real rebar. First up, as always, let's get some wood cut. We'll cut the backing piece, the two sides, the bottom, and the roof piece. And the second part, after we get this complete, we'll move on to the actual doors. Now we'll throw some pocket holes into the back panel along the bottom and the sides. Alright, now we're going to do the assembly with the basic part of the bar here. This is an optional task you can do. You don't have to route a decorative edge on the top of the roof piece like I am here. I think it looks a lot better, gives it that little something, but it certainly is not necessary for the function of this bar. Next, I'm going to install the shelf that will hold the glasses. We are done with the construction of the bar itself, and now we're going to move on to the rebar doors. Here I am marking the holes, the center holes for the plunge router to make the holes that the rebar is actually going to stick into in the bar. If you don't have a plunge router, you could use a self-centering doweling jig, which is what I showed on the screen there. Those are pretty cheap on Amazon or other places. Now there are many ways you can make these doors. You could miter the corners, you could change up the way you do which side goes on the side. I know I'm exposing some end grain there, but doing the pocket holes with the grain on the wood is just much better, where it doesn't cut out pieces of wood or split the wood. This is the easiest way that I have found to do it. All right, the cool part and the challenging part about this bar is doing these rebar jail bars, right? Hence the name. You're gonna need one of these. Now I try to do my channel here where you don't need a bunch of fancy tools, so maybe you don't have a grinder. That's okay. What you'll have to do is just change the dimensions of the bar so that you don't have to cut one of these. They come in 24-inch lengths at big box stores, so you'll just need to make it a little bit longer than it is. Probably about 1 3/4 inches. Well, when you do the measurements, however you make it for the size. You will see, however, that some of these ends can be real gnarly, and it's going to make it hard to get inside the slot. So you'll have to go old school, unless you have like a bench grinder and you just want to rasp it out to make it nice and smooth so it'll fit in the holes. Because the end part of putting it all, you'll see when I do it. But just so you know, that's the situation here. Grinder, or make it a little bit bigger, or unless you got some other kind of cutting tool that can cut through this 3/4, 3/8 rebar here. All right, let's do this. So I have a simplistic measuring system here. I'm just going to line it up. Each side's going to go in about 1/2 inch, and I'm going to mark it with a piece of tape, so it's real easy. Then after cutting, I'm going to use the grinder to just shave off those ends and make it nice and smooth. And quick note, please wear your safety goggles. And now finally for the assembly of these doors. I'm going to get these plugs in to cover up these holes. After it dries, I will put some wood putty in there to cover up any gaps that were left exposed. And we'll sand it up and be done. One quick note that I completely messed up on is I usually spray paint these bars black or silver or whatnot before I create the door. Makes it a lot easier. I had to go back and mask up and tape the wood up and spray the bars. If not, they will rust, so you definitely want to make sure you spray them. So I went ahead and got it stained, put on the hinges, and I'm assembling it here. I am sure there's probably a better latch system here, but I just put in real simple roller latches to make sure the door stays shut. And then I'll measure and put in these little rings, pull rings for the door. All right, we're all done here. I hope this inspires you to get in the garage and get the building. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.